Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the reason why Forrest Fenn created the Thrill of the Chase and hid the treasure chest. You don't need to look any further than the Thrill of the Chase book in the Golden Moor chapter, and he tells you the reason right here why he created the chase. Then one night, after the probability of my fate finally hit bottom, I got an idea. It had been so much fun building my collection over the decades. Why not let others come searching for some of it while I'm still here and maybe continue looking for it after I'm gone? So I decided to fill the treasure chest with gold jewels and then secret it, leaving clues on how to find it for any searcher willing to try. There you go. That's why. It had nothing to do with bathing in the summer and Yellowstone. It had to do with giving people a chance to experience what he did with his collection, which, as we all know, began with him and his father finding his first arrowhead in Texas. And we also know that Forrest Fenn suggested that he wanted to die at this special place. Well, he also said that it was one of the most spiritual places. And this is an interesting thing. He said that when he was asked, when people discover the location, are they going to know why it was special to you? His answer was probably not. So right there, it rules out Yellowstone because everybody knows why he went to Yellowstone. And yet, he says they're not going to have any idea why this special place where the treasure chest is was special to him. So he obviously also said that the clues are subtle, meaning he's not going to name the place. So he originally put the reason why it was special in the autobiography that's within the jar, but he said he took it out for personal reasons. So basically, there is nowhere written down anywhere of why that place is going to be special to him. So once again, we've ruled out any place that he named in any book, including The Thrill of the Chase. Okay, if he named it, it's not subtle. If he named the location and why it was special to him, then you would know why it was special to him. And he says, we will not know why it was special to him, which again bolsters the fact that you're not going to understand why the place is special. However, like I said in the Golden Moor chapter, he's telling you right here why he did his collection. And no, it has nothing to do with trout fishing. It has to do with how much fun that he had building the collection. He wanted to give others a chance to experience it. Right there, black and white, Golden Moor chapter, he tells you why he did the chase. So that'll take care of that. Now, I want to show you something that proves that he not only did he continue to go to Cody, but he was also in the Bighorn Mountains every year of his life. And this comes by an article that was written back in 2004. I had not seen the version of it posted on the one back, I think was 2009. And I believe Granite Granny deserves some of the credit for locating that and bringing that back to my attention. I completely forgot about it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Back in 2004, Splendid Heritage, Treasures of American Art. They have Forrest Fenn, Peggy Fenn's collection of Native American art and other things that he found in here. And I think that this article that I'm about to show you traveled as his collection traveled, I guess, for selling or to show it. Or I originally found this article, believe it or not, actually in Cody, and I believe it was in the McCracken Research Center. I don't remember. This was quite a while back. And like I said, Granite Granny recently, I believe, brought this back to my attention again. So I just wanted to show you again something important that is on. It's still on the web. What I'm about to show you. Okay, and they're going to reference a PDF file. I have that PDF file here. Just basically go through everything that they're talking about that's in Forrest and Peggy Fenn's Native American collection. And again, this is the reason why Forrest Fenn did the treasure hunt. Nothing to do with fishing. It had to do with this. And it had to do, as you're about to see, with stuff that he had discovered in and around Cody and also in the Bighorn Mountains. So here is the article itself. Okay. Introduction to the Fenn collection. Now remember, this is in 2004, and you can see that when you're reading it because at some point, I believe it's near the end here, they mentioned it's been 32 years since Forrest Fenn moved to Santa Fe in 1972. So that would put this dated back to 2004. And they're talking about Forrest Fenn's collection. I want you to go online and read this article. You can see the URL up here. Okay. And you'll see that they mentioned in this article that Forrest Fenn went to Sheridan, okay, every single year of his adult life. Okay, and now they're talking about here such exciting sites in close proximity to Sheridan include the North and the West, the Custer Battleground, where the boy general met the magic of Sitting Bull's medicine, and the location of the Battle of Rosebud, and General Cook met Crazy Horse and fought at a standoff. It's only a 30-minute drive to the Hayfield battle site, 3 miles of Fort Smith on the Bighorn River, where 31 soldiers and civilians fought 700 Cheyenne and Sioux warriors. Then they talk about, of course, everything that's up there in the Bozeman Trail and the trappers and so on and so forth. And you'll see when you read this article that Forrest Fenn and Peggy, their collection, and he discusses the fact that he spent every year in the Bighorn Mountains. It's interesting that he doesn't mention that anywhere in the Thrill of the Chase. Could it be that the only way you're going to find it is because it's a subtle hint? Um, and certainly when you correctly solve the poem and find out where the treasure chest is, and if you want to see my solution, I'll show you that. That's right here. It's been on my site for a long time. Of course, I can't prove it. And of course, I didn't get the treasure chest because I didn't make it in time. I was 5, 6 days late. So we were not entitled to the treasure chest. However, that site at that wheel in those Bighorn Mountains is the most sacred site for all 81 plus Plains Indian tribes. There is no other place that matches it anywhere in the Rockies in North America. Period. End of story. But if you read this, I mean, even in the beginning, you can see where Forrest Fenn got some of the stuff that's in the book. Forrest remembers his grandmother telling him about pressing her nose against the window as she watched the Kiowa and Comanche Indians run through their backyard near Fort Worth, Texas, to try to catch the chickens. Now, I'm telling you, folks, go up there and read this, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So anybody that tells you that he only went to Wyoming to go to Yellowstone has not really done their research, done their homework. They were blinded by bias. But I hate to tell you, but this has nothing whatsoever to do with Yellowstone. Yellowstone is only a place that he enjoyed as a child, and he knew that it would do two things. One, get you to Wyoming, and two, it's a relatively safe place to send people. He wasn't going to send you out in the middle of the wilderness, middle of nowhere. You're safe in Yellowstone, provided you don't leave the boardwalks and the trails. You're not supposed to be fording rivers and going near the geysers and doing other stupid things like that. So he thought he's sending people for a nice vacation. So if your solve is in Yellowstone, that's all you have is a nice vacation. You are completely wrong with the poem, and you're going to find this out soon enough. And no, you're not going to find it out on Netflix. So anyway, that's all I want to say. Go ahead and read this. Still online, been there for a long time. It tells you exactly why he did the chase. It tells you that he spent times in the Bighorns every year. So anybody that tells you that he didn't is wrong. Peace.